Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review we are looking at X-23 from the Sasquatch Build-A-Figure wave of Deadpool Marvel Legends. And this figure is one that I actually really like. Objectively, it's probably only average, but personally, I really enjoy this figure, so I think probably most of you guys are going to like it as well. It's got some really nice features and some decent paintwork, so it's okay. It definitely does have a few problems as well, so we need to talk about that. So I guess we should go ahead and get it off the stand and take a closer look. This figure stands just about 5 3/4 inches tall, which makes it just about a little shy of 15 centimeters. And I think the biggest draw for this figure is that the existing X-23 figures aren't very good. So the fact that this one is at least decent is definitely a nice bonus. It doesn't come with any accessories. We do have the removable claws though, so that those function just like the basically every Wolverine figure from the last 5 years, 6 years now. So pretty good that they have that. The claws are not particularly metallic looking. I mean, they're that molded silver that they use. They're not the painted kind, which is awesome. But they're definitely good enough. It does seem that this hand is molded kind of funny. The claws seem much more spread out, and they're not bent or anything, so these are a lot straighter. So maybe one of them is not molded the same anyway, but that's not really a big deal. The belt is not removable, so that doesn't count as an accessory, so that's just about it. As far as paintwork goes, we don't have a lot. It's not great, honestly. This part here is scratched, obviously, but the line work is pretty clean, I guess. This one's pretty curvy. The belt is not painted very well, and this stuff up here is actually painted pretty cleanly, so I do like that. However, the problem up here is in order to get the lines to line up, you have to bring her arm a little bit forward. So it's not a huge deal like that. But it is something to note. If you want her arm just to go straight down, the lines don't line up. So minor issue there. I do love the fact that they painted these buckles. Tiny details like this make or break a figure, I think, and they can really add a lot. So I love that they did that. I do think that they did a pretty darn good job on the face too. The mask is really clean. The eyes look pretty good. The gray part on the bridge of the nose is very clean. And then the mouth is painted pretty well too. And I really like the sculpt of the face. I think it's very well done. The hair also very nice. Could use a little bit of shading, but it's not terrible. I think that's okay. So as far as the rest of the figure goes, the articulation is suspect in some areas. We do have a little bit of a lollipop syndrome, but it's not as bad. I mean, you have to really try to see it, but it's definitely there. Luckily, the head doesn't actually sit too high. It's just the engineering, so we can kind of ignore it. It's not too bad. Shoulders work no problem. We've seen these shoulders a bunch of times, so that's fine. Bicep swivel is down here at the forearm. Of course, you get a little bit better than 90. Why the head popped off, I don't know. I haven't had it pop off ever. That's a little weird. Curse of the lollipop syndrome, I guess. The wrists have a swivel in them, which is definitely useful, and a hinge, which is the appropriate hinge for somebody with claws like that, so that's good. The diaphragm joint on this figure is almost useless. You really can't get it to do anything. And since the torso is painted, it has scratched a little bit. You can kind of see it in there at the very center of her rib cage. So it's basically just a little bit of a swivel. Almost no leaning at all. Very disappointing. The hips, minimal range going forward, not much range going back, not much range going out to the side. Thigh swivel works okay. Double jointed knees work no problem. We do have a boot swivel. The feet go all the way back, all the way forward, and we have an ankle rocker. So at best, this figure is objectively mediocre. There's kind of a lot of problems with it, but subjectively, I really enjoy it. I think it's a nice attempt at X-23. If they had just executed it better, this would be a really nice figure. It does seem to have kind of loose hips too. Loose hips, not great. So it could have been so much better. Don't get me wrong. It definitely has a few problems that it shouldn't. But I still really like it, and I think most of you guys are going to be able to look past those problems and enjoy the figure, and it'd be a nice addition to a Wolverine collection or Deadpool or just Marvel in general. So I'm going to give you the go-ahead, but with the caution of those problems. You need to be aware of those issues that I pointed out. But it does have some appeal, so I'll leave it there. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. I have new videos up every single day. We talk about action figures, movies, TV shows, video games, all kinds of fun stuff. So make sure you come back for that. Give the video a thumbs up if you liked it, and in the meantime, keep collecting.